guys, it's Mercedes here. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys aren't already subscribed, please make sure you guys go down and do so you don't miss any future videos. And please make sure you guys go down and give this video a big thumbs up because Valentine's is coming up and I need a lot of love for it. So please make sure you guys go down there and like it. And please make sure you guys comment for any future videos that you guys would like me to film. And I'm excited to be filming this Valentine's Day inspired makeup look for you guys because I love holiday inspired makeup looks. That I think they're just so fun to do. So thank you guys so much for watching. I also have another Valentine's Day video for DIY gifts for your Valentine. You guys can go down and click on that video so you guys can see all types of all types of gifts and ideas for your Valentine. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram at mercedesg_benz and mercedesgutierrez_makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a loving Valentine's Day. So to go ahead and get this Valentine's Day look started, we're going to start by priming our eyes with any kind of eyeshadow primer. Today I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original. You just want to go ahead and get an even coat all over your eyes just to ensure that the eyeshadow is going to stay throughout your night. And after I go ahead and put a primer on, I always make sure that I put an even coat of a light eyeshadow over it just to do as a base color, and then so all your other colors blend easily into your eye. And I'm going to be using the Morphe B13 brush, and I'm going to be picking up a color from my Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. And I'm going to be picking up the color Coconut Cream from that palette. And I'm just going to take that and put it all over the lid. So for today's look, it's definitely a Valentine's Day inspired look. So I'm going to be using a lot of pinks and purples and like reds and peachy colors and stuff like that. So definitely the palette that I'm going to be picking up for this look is going to be my Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. And from this palette, I am going to start with the color Summer Yum. And I'm picking up this color and just putting it above the crease line. So I'm not going to be putting it in the actual crease, but just above it, so that it gives it a nice transition shade compared to what actually goes in my crease. So it kind of blends up and out. So I'm going to pick up that color and I'm just going to apply it right above the crease. So now that you have applied that color right above the crease, we're going to go ahead and use a crease color. And for my crease color, I'm going to be using the color Pure. And I'm just going to be putting that right in the crease just to deepen it a little bit and give it some warmth. And once you've done that, you want to make sure that your crease and what you put right above the crease blends nicely. So just take a clean brush. You can take the same brush. The brush that I was using for right above the crease and in the crease was the Morphe B81 brush, and it's a good blending brush. So when you're done with that brush, you can always just dust off any excess eyeshadow that's on there, and you can just use it as a clean brush to make sure everything is blended and there's no harsh lines. And even if there is any eyeshadow left on there, it's already the eyeshadow that you have put on your eyes, so it's not going to matter. And now I'm going to go ahead and put a lighter color underneath my brow bone and inner corners just to brighten it up. And later on I'm going to go ahead and put a shimmer so it's more sparkly. And the color I'm going to be picking up for that, I'm going to be combining the color Georgia and White Peach. And I'm going to combine it because for my skin tone, if I put this White Peach in right above it, then it's going to be too light, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to combine it with a little bit of a pinker color, and it'll blend nicely and look nice. And I'm just going to put that right underneath my brow bone, or right on my brow bone and inner corners. And I used the same brush, the Morphe B81 brush. And once you're done, you can just take it and just blend everything out and make sure that everything looks good. And now for the lid color, I'm going to be using the color Just Peachy right up here. It's a very pink color and it has a little bit of a gold shimmer in it. So I thought that'd be perfect for a Valentine's Day look. So I'm going to go with the color Just Peachy, and to make sure that color goes on very pigmented and brighter than usual, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion again, and I'm just going to be putting that on the lid, even over, like, if there's shadow there, it doesn't matter. That's what you want to go away so that the color comes up brighter. So you're just going to take it and just put a dot on the lid. You don't need too much because you're not going to put it in too big of a space. So now that you've done that, you can just blend it out in the area that you want your lid center color to be. So I would normally put it like right in the middle, you know, trailing over a little bit to the corner of the eye, and just go ahead and blend it all in. And to put the color Just Peachy from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette, I am going to be using the Urban Decay Naked eyeshadow brush that actually comes in this Naked eyeshadow palette. I'm just going to be using the brush from there because they have a nice, very flat side, and I don't have any other brushes like that, so I really do like their brushes. So I'm just going to be taking the color Just Peachy and putting it all over the lid where I just put the eyeshadow primer. And now I'm just going to go ahead and take the Morphe B81 brush and just go ahead with the crease color that I put in for the transition shade. I'm going to be going in with the color Pure and just redoing the crease. And now I want to deepen the outer corners just to give it a more dramatic look. I am going to be using this MAC eyeshadow. It is called Sketch, and it is a velvet eyeshadow, and it is more of a deep purpley, like plum color, which I think would be very pretty with a Valentine's Day look. So I'm going to be taking this eyeshadow by MAC and use this brush by e.l.f. And I'm just going to go ahead and pack that right in the outer corners. And now taking the Morphe B81 brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And now that I'm all done with the eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and fill in my eyebrows with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. And I'm just going to go ahead and skip through this part because if you want to see how to fill in your eyebrows or you want a tutorial on that, you guys can comment that down below and I will tell you exactly how. But for now, I'm just going to skip through it. So now, next step, I am going to be doing a winged eyeliner with my Lorac Black Liquid Eyeliner. And I'm just going to be creating a winged line just to make this look a little bit more dramatic. And I'm also going to be skipping over this part just because it takes up a lot of time in the video, and I'm pretty sure most people know how to do black liquid eyeliner, but if you don't, please make sure you guys go and comment down below, and I will make sure to film a how-to on black liquid eyeliner and such like that. And by the way, you guys can comment literally anything you guys want down there that you would like me to film in the future, or anything that you guys would like to see, like how to apply matte liquid lipstick, how to do eyebrows, eyeliner, eyeshadow, eyelashes, foundation, like any kinds of favorite eyeshadow palettes. Like, you guys can comment anything you guys want down there and I will definitely film it. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and skip over this part. And now that my eyeliner is done, now I am going to be taking this Too Faced foiled liners. It's a metallic eyeliner by Too Faced and the color is Ruby Slippers. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that right underneath my lash line here and just smudge it with a brush. And now I'm going to go ahead and take this Morphe B70 brush and I'm going to go ahead and smudge it. And I went ahead and took this eyeliner and just followed it out across my wing line to give it more of a pink undertone. And you might have noticed for my winged eyeliner, I didn't connect it all the way into the inner corner because when you put false eyelashes on, which I'm going to be doing today with my Duo Adhesive Glue in Dark Tone. And so when you hook on these fake eyelashes, when you put them on, you can't see the eyeliner past like a certain point anyway, so I don't really take the time to actually do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook on my fake eyelashes and I'll be back in a minute. And now that I went ahead and put on my fake eyelashes, I'm gonna go ahead and do a coat of mascara, and the mascara I use is the Rocket Volume Express Mascara by Maybelline. This is one of my favorite mascaras of all time. It works so well for me, and I don't know if it would for you too, but you should definitely try it. And the reason that I'm just putting on a quick coat is just to uplift my eyelashes and to fuse my normal eyelashes to the falsie, and to also do the bottom eyelashes. And now moving on with the rest of the makeup, I am going to be moving on to the face. So I'm going to be priming my face with the Nivea Men's Post Sensitive Shave Balm. And I'm going to be putting that on as like a primer or a base for my face. And for foundation today, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Golden. And I'm going to be taking a damp beauty blender and just squirting a squirt onto my hand, and then I'm just going to be picking it up with my beauty blender and dabbing it all over my face. And then next for concealer, I'm going to be using the concealer by Becca in the shade Butterscotch. And this is a very good concealer. I really like this concealer because it's very thick, and if you really have some really dark under your eyes, or you have really deep, really bad under eyes, or just bags in general, this will definitely conceal it. The only thing I don't like is that throughout the day I've realized that the mascara, with it rubbing on the underneath of your eyes, you'll get a lot of black spots, so you just kind of have to like wipe them off, and sometimes they get kind of like stuck in the concealer because it's so thick. But I do also really like this concealer by CoverGirl. I do really like this concealer by Maybelline. Sorry, it's by Maybelline. It's the Instant Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser concealer by Maybelline, and this is very good. It's a lighter concealer, and it's definitely a lot cheaper. The Becca is a lot more expensive, but it works very well, and it's very long lasting. This one maybe doesn't last as long, but for today I'm going to be using the Becca concealer in the shade Butterscotch. And now that my concealer is all blended in, I'm going to be taking the Laura Mercier translucent powder just to bake the underneaths of my eyes. And I always take a old beauty blender just because it gets very, the powder gets kind of built up on the beauty blender, and I don't really want that on my beauty blender that I use for foundation. So I just take an old one and put it in there and bake the underneaths of my eyes. And pretty much what I'm doing is just setting the underneath of my eyes just to make sure that they're not going anywhere and that it conceals all day. And next, just to wipe off the translucent powder that I just put underneath my eyes and set the rest of my foundation, I am taking the MAC Mineralized Skin Finishing Powder in the shade Medium Dark. And next, just to warm up my cheeks a bit, I'm going to be taking the Natural Bronzer by Rimmel and just be putting that right in underneath my cheekbone just to give it some dimension and to contour a bit. And I never like my contour too harsh. That's why I always try to use a bronzer, just because I like it to look like I have warm cheeks, but not really to look like I have contoured cheeks. And now to go ahead and give my cheeks a little bit more of color and to stick with the Valentine's Day look, I'm going to be using the Tarte blush in the shade Exposed. And now moving on to lips, I wanted the lips to be more of a reddish color just to stick with the whole Valentine's Day vibe. And so I was going to do an ombre type lip. I was going to do darker on the outer corners and then put just a light pink in the middle, just so that it's not too red, but it just kind of is a cool like ombre type look. So I was going to be putting the color Mary Jo K by Kylie Cosmetics in the outer corners, and then I was going to be putting also by Kylie Cosmetics in the shade Kristen in the inner. So I'm going to start out with the lip liner and just line my lips with Mary Jo. And now I'm going to be taking the shade Mary Jo and putting it on the outer corners. And now I'm going to be taking Kristen and putting it in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my fingers. And now I'm going to go ahead and set my makeup for the night with my L'Oreal Infallible Makeup Setting Spray. And then I always like to take the beauty blender that I was using and just dab everywhere to make sure that my makeup is set in perfectly. And now last but of course certainly not least, we are going to be doing highlighter. And the reason that I don't do highlighter before I do my makeup setting spray is that it dulls the highlighter. So I like to do it afterwards. So I'm just going to be taking my highlighter with a fanning brush and putting it right on my cheekbones. And a little bit on the nose, and right above the Cupid's bow for Valentine's Day, of course. And you know that inner corner and brow bone that I said that I was going to make a little bit sparklier later on? Well, now is the time. I'm going to be taking the Morphe B38 brush, which is a little bit more of a tipped brush, and I'm going to just be picking up the highlighter and putting it on my brow bone and inner corners. And this was the final look for my Valentine's Day makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to follow me on all my social media websites, and please don't forget to subscribe. Happy Valentine's Day!